5 to shoot. Pulls up from the corner, and he gets it to go. Washington on D. It's a 3-point game. The dish to Plumlee. And there's the feed to Gay. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Gay. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. LeBron outside. The pass to McKinney. Back to LeBron. Wizards passing it around. No good for Mr. Moves.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Pass to Gay. Over to the left wing. Pocket 6. Here's Sullinger. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Mr. Moves connects from 3-point range. Mr. Moves got 6. And you have to be a big fan of the changes this team made, and it really all comes down to the recruiting job he did over the summer.
Well, I think he was the catalyst. I mean, you talk about how it takes one star to plant the idea of a big 3 in other players' minds, and he was the one. I mean, to get the conversation started, and it might just end in a ring for this group.
Here's Beal. Plumlee with the rebound.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
From 10 feet out, and he gets the bucket.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Stewart passes to Mr. Moves. And stolen by Gay. Down low. Here's Fordham. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Mr. Moves. Buries the long-range jumper. Mr. Moves got 9. When you struggle, you do everything you can to get back on track, and Clark, his teammates, joined him in a pregame shoot-around before this one.
Well, I think that's really, Kevin, an example of 2 players doing everything they can to make sure that they don't fall into the habit of being satisfied or complacent with their game. And you got to really applaud and respect that.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. To the middle, here's Fordham, and he goes in for the dunk. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
Beal gets a wide-open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Beal's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Nets trail by 4. Knocks it loose, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Well, a chance to see where Bradley Beal ended up in the rankings last year. 3rd in 3-point shooting, and also finished among the NBA's top 5 scorers. So just an unbelievable season for him offensively.
And, you know, going back to his spot near the top of the 3-point percentage ranking, Steve, I mean, he was really brilliant. He had the sweet stroke working all season for him. It was as sweet as honeycomb.
And he gets it to go. He's got 8.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Both teams will make substitutions. There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. Pass to Mr. Moves. He kicks it to Wallace. Pass to Mr. Moves. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it up. That one wide left.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Clarkson kicks to Gay. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Mr. Moves. 11 points in the game, and he gets it to go.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Rejected by LeBron. On the wing, Wallace. Sullinger defending. Millsap misses.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Gay. No good. Now Washington takes it the other way. This, of course, their first look at the Nets.
Well, they capitalized on a weak opponent when they took on this team last year, sweeping the season series. Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Got a piece of it. Clarkson passes to Lopez. Blocked. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And the Wizards making a change here.
I like that shooting.
7 seconds. Wizards leading by 7. Even the teams at the bottom match up well against someone. That was the case here, too.
Well, Kevin, maybe your relative strengths don't show up against a top-tier team, but lower the bar of competition a little bit, and in your own way, you can shine.
That's a good point. They've got Plumlee. Jared Sullinger is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Clarkson in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Washington. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Well, you look at Mr. Moves, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Mason Plumlee, even more impressive. He also shoots the ball so well, one of the best.
You know, everyone on that list had a great season, an outstanding season, and had a few things been different, their order on the list could have been reversed. I mean, a trade happens or doesn't happen, maybe an injury to a key player. Any of that could have affected where these guys ended up on the list.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Gay comes over with a double team. Mr. Moves passes to Beal. Here's Stewart, and he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots. That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
Beal can't get it to go. Nets trail by 9. Clarkson kicks to Gay. Charity stripe shot. Plumlee the pass to Kirkland. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Clarkson. Sullinger the screen. Clarkson kicks to Sullinger. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Gay comes over with a double team. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Washington with the ball. Here's Mr. Moves. 16 points for him. 3 on the clock. The 19-foot shot. The Wizards with another miss. Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards making a switch here.
Second team foul. Wizards substitution. Schneider.
Here's Gay. Feeds it to Plumlee. Back to Gay. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Sullinger with the bucket. Wizards leading by 5. Here's Mr. Moves. They grab their own miss, and he gets it to go. 8 points for him.
Well, they really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
And those hustle points, Clark, I mean, that's just another reason why they've got the lead here.
Here's Clarkson. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Washington has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Mr. Moves. Misses the 3.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Dishes to Gay. Clarkson passes to Kirkland. For the 3. Tries again. It's blocked. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jared Sullinger.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Mr. Moves, and a miss there on the triple.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Sullinger is screen on Beal. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here.
15 seconds. Substitution.
27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Fordham, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Nets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The first one falls, and Washington making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 16. That's blocked. Here's Fordham, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. From half court. And the first half ends in a close one. Wizards lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
All right.